everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Abhi on Camera, where tonight we're watching The Mandalorian episode... We're on episode 6. That's nuts. We're so close to the end. Last episode was a ton of fun with the Mandalorians taking on pirates and, basically claiming a piece of Navarro as their new home. And while that was fun, the end was a little bit weird, like with the armor being like Bo Katan will bring us all together, which is not weird, but like this has usually been a sect that's so hyper focused on the way. I don't know how I feel about the armor suddenly being like, you know what, the only way this works is if we coexist with people who are not of the way. And where's that coming from? Is that entirely honorable, or is it just like, okay, she saw the mythosaur, I guess we gotta go ahead and do this now? And then, of course, the actual end of that episode was Moff Gideon having escaped. I really hope we see something of Gideon this episode, though I have no clue what's gonna happen. If you enjoy this reaction, consider hitting the like button. If you want to see more of my reactions, consider hitting the subscribe button. And if you don't want to do either, then let's just get in the reaction. Hopefully the camera focuses on my face this time. This is something new. I've never seen this kind of shit before. Well, that's interesting. I haven't said anything, but like the command chair being like a water tank. Also, who the hell is in charge of the Imperial ship? But it's an interesting privilege for a water-based species.
I am not a criminal.
Of course not.
Who's the...
I intended no disrespect.
That's not Moff Gideon.
Basic is not my...
We are not...
Oh, they're not Imperial. Okay. This is Moff Gideon's ship, but...
we are Mandalorian.
You took control?
Sadly, you're too late to hire us. You see, we've been commissioned to track you down.
Oh, hi. It's nice to see him retake a villainous role after Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm most familiar with this actor playing X-Wolves from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I spent so much time watching him.
I've got to bring you back home to your folks. After that, you can.
Is he the prince? Is he the son of the other prince from Clone Wars? Or is this like tangentially related?
Can't go back to that wretched palace.
Chapter 22, Guns for Hire. Alright, I guess we're gonna follow Bo Katan and her to get more Mandos on their side. Is Din Djarin gonna go with her? That looks nice. Oh, yes, you are here, Din. Hi, Grogu. Guess I can pick you up. What the hell is that? You just take control of ships. Okay, well, you're landing a little bit farther than expected.
They've taken control of the ship.
You'd think,
I guess
you'd have protections against that. Well, I gotta say, this whole place looks hell of a lot more sci-fi than it does look Star Wars.
I haven't even.
Seriously, doesn't this feel like Star Trek-y? At least like the newer Star Trek movies. Is that Jack Black?
Mandalorians. I hope you like secretions. Take a little sip sip.
Look, man, I wasn't expecting to see Jack Black until this Friday when I was going to see The Mandalorian. Well, I was just going to hear him. Grogu.
We are both royals and elected leaders.
Wow, yeah, totally the first planet to do that, not Naboo.
We hire them for...
They don't want these two to get the Mandalorians because they know these two will take the Mandalorians. Is this flower just floating behind her?
But you allowed us to be armed?
Exactly.
Okay, that's it. It's like, okay, we're way too peaceful for this? You mind doing the hard work for us?
I gave. What I intended to convey is that I would hope that this and petition the new republic to recognize it as such.
You know, that's some decent politics right there.
You had me at battle droids.
Oh yeah, he's got an axe to grind with battle droids. They killed his family. Do I know that actor too? It feels like I should, but I can't remember. Their society is so dependent on droids that they can't just remove them.
What?
Right? This is like iRobot or other similar stories.
Society would collapse.
Yeah, that's a slight problem, you think? Just a slight problem. There is no droid problem. Is there? You guys are causing this on purpose.
I have spoken.
The I have spoken bit. Good job.
There's a particular way to communicate with them.
You know, in basic,
Malfunctioning is an insult.
right? In basic.
Now,
If they're not speaking in basic in their own language, that's a whole different thing.
loading dock.
See, the Ugnaughts in Mandalorian versus the few we've seen in Rebels are like very different.
I have spoken.
It's weird to see them all just here.
Shouldn't phase them.
It's true. They're basic loader droids, they should just go back to each other. There you go! Very iRobot now. Watch out! Jesus. At least it's not armed, otherwise things get so much worse. Why did it do that? Alright, I don't think we've seen a droid bar in live action yet. Oh, it's a silly sight seeing all these droids behaving like people. Hey, there are even a few of those Disney flight droids. It's always nice to see them. I know they've appeared a lot, but still, it's fun. Din.
I'll yank your memory circuit
Din.
and dissect it back at the lab.
I know you're trying to be a bad cop here, but like, chill out. Hey, where are you going, Shiny?
Nobody leaves you.
You know, it's really funny that he's bad cop instead of her.
You're wasting your time. You can't reason with droids.
Of course you can, the robots.
Behaviors programmed.
Customers that we will be replaced by humans.
Weird.
Droids on Plaisir date back to the Separatists.
How
Republic would send them
interesting.
but here on
The
Plaisir,
backward.
given a second chance.
It's like, oh no, not like a humans fearing being replaced by robots. It's
That's why
robots
we
being replaced by humans.
Be replaced. It's the least we can do.
That's a very good. I don't know if what to feel so suspicious about that or not. They all seem to be okay with it.
These are the remains of the latest malfunctioning droid.
Coming out of that, even like the white ball droid, it's so weirdly backwards.
What are the chances that they're still active?
High chance. You know, I haven't actually watched Blade Runner, but is this not like the plot of Blade Runner? Because the humans are worried about robots acting up.
These are the subparticles.
Robots that look like people.
They're actually nanodroids.
Oh shit.
How did nanodroids get into
Please don't say the last time we had nanodroids was a really, really bad storyline. The Techno
Title says it
Union
didn't arrive on Plaisir through droid
made
acquisitions.
a droid virus?
How did it arrive?
Actually, that kind of
requisitioned
makes
by the
sense
security
because there's a lot of
office.
droids on Coruscant that have
Is
been
that unusual?
infected, but it just feels weird.
It's illegal. Our head of security,
Ah,
Commissioner Hellgate.
I knew it. He was the one who was like, oh, well, our society would be completely pathetic if I didn't take all the droids down right now.
Don't make me do it.
Why are you even doing it in the first place?
Your way out, Commissioner.
Of course, you're just an Imperial.
Give up to the Empire.
So you're not an Imperial.
Give up to you.
Why?
You're a separatist.
Oh,
This is a pejorative
wow. A separatist.
democracy.
How old vision fashioned.
He was cut short in his prime by the Jedi enforcers.
You're not in your prime anymore, fool.
Politics.
Yep.
From your grace.
But can we know what your end goal was?
As for now, you must live in exile on the moon of Paragon.
Exile to the moon. How very familiar for Mandalorians. It's an actual giant key.
I grant knighthood. You
are now a knight of the ancient order of independent regencies.
Grogu is a knight. Jack Black. I don't even know. What an episode. The question is, which one of you is using the Darksaber?
Then I challenge you. One warrior to another.
Ah, you know you can't deny this. This got you into so much trouble. Come on, Bo Katan. Thank God they're using their jetpacks. Come on, Bo Katan. Don't get kicked around by this fool. Come on, yield, fool.
Compliance will be rewarded.
Enough Mandalorian blood has been spilled by your own hands.
Yeah, especially you. Come on. You were part of Death Watch, you idiot. Culpability should be somewhat for you people. Just gonna hand it over?
It's not a gift to be given, no matter how well intended.
You took it the first time.
She defeated the enemy that defeated me.
Yep. By the right of weird succession, she takes it now. I don't know how to feel about this.
Would it not belong?
This is the second Mandalorian almost groomed to take charge, but then saying, never mind, I'm just going to give it to Bo Katan instead. For the second time. Third time. Acted by Bryce Dallas Howard. How am I not surprised? Lizzo, oh my God. I was so Actually, fine. Christopher Lloyd. It is Christopher Lloyd. Look, I'm going to be frank here. I don't know who Lizzo is. No, I know who Lizzo is, but I'm not anywhere near familiar with her to be like, oh, it's Lizzo. I was more taken with Jack Black. Well, that was chapter 22, Guns for Hire, and that was an interesting episode to say the least. I mean, those celebrity cameos. Like I said, I didn't know who Lizzo was. I'm sorry if that offends any of you. Jack Black, Christopher Lloyd, those two I knew. Well, kind of. Jack Black instantaneously. Christopher Lloyd took me some time. It has been a while since I last watched Back to the Future, after all. And this story, again, I haven't seen Blade Runner, but it is something familiar to me. I guess something in iRobo, books I've read before, right? The robots like glitching out, getting their own sentience. It's like, is this like some kind of rebellion happening? In this case, no, it was just one guy who was just screwing around with things. I don't think he really mentioned why, though. I think we're supposed to assume that he hates the fact that there's so many droids here. He hates what has become of everything, that the citizens are so overly dependent on droids that they can't live for themselves, they can't survive properly anymore. That's why he wants to slowly cause issues so that all the droids have to be shut down. But he never really admitted it that way, so especially considering his threat was to like turn them all into active, it just feels weird. But it was a fun little like detective mystery, like what's going on here, we go here, we find this out, we go here. Funny seeing Bo Katan as good cop and Din as bad cop. You'd think it'd be reversed, but Din is just, his old droid prejudices have just soared up, because those battle droids, they did kill his parents. And of course at the end, we got to see Bo Katan challenge Axe Woves, and the first time we've seen that challenge in live action. Previously, it's always just been in Rebels and Clone Wars, that kind of thing. And then we got to see, Bo Katan getting the Darksaber again. Like I said, as someone who's watched all these shows, there's some slight weirdness to the fact that we're doing this again, right? Repetition. I don't know. Are they doing this because they just assume half the people won't have seen Clone War Rebels, so it's fine to just do this all over again? I don't know. Slightly weird, but I'm still okay with it because personally, I never really felt Din Djarin was the man for the role, right? But as a Rebels fan, I also kind of hope Sabine would come back. But You know, if Bo Katan's going to continue her massive redemption streak, then go ahead. Girl, make up for the fact that you were once a terrorist. Still interested in seeing what reclaiming Mandalore is actually going to be. Because as far as we know, and as far as they know, nobody's really on that planet, except for a few remaining, like, original species. But you don't care about that. You're just going to kill them off. So, what is retaking Mandalore exactly? And where is Moff Gideon with those Beskar stormtroopers? But I honestly think I've rambled on too much. That was interesting, and there's only 2 episodes left. Wonder what's going to happen. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that reaction. What was your favorite part of this episode? Over here is the next reaction when that comes out. Over here is a playlist of my videos. On my face is the subscribe button. Like, comment, subscribe, criticize even. I don't mind. See ya.